Hello and welcome to my second Blender tutorial. This one is going to be about terrain. First thing we need to do is open up Blender. This is our starting default scene. What we want to do is we want to delete the cube because we don't need it. And then we're going to space add mesh plane. And then we're going to go into editing buttons. And under mesh tools there should be one called fractal. And what that does is it subdivides, but while it does subdivide, it moves the vertices up and down, so it'll create a nice random looking sort of terrain that we can then manipulate afterwards. So we'll just press that. Say about 6 or 7 times, depending on how detailed you want to go into your terrain or how big it's going to be. You can scale up the plane if you want, but generally there isn't really a set scale in Blender, so you just leave it however you want. Mine kind of looks like a lake or something at the moment, so I might go with that sort of feel of the land. So you need to go into, over here, sculpt mode, and then press N, and that brings up the sculpt properties. And so we're going to start off by digging a nice sort of well kind of thing for our lake. For a lake, you probably want to set the size up so it's nice and big, and keep the strength quite low, just so that it sort of digs it gradually, because it looks more natural that way, I suppose. That's quite a deep sort of lake. I might bring it all the way out to this edge. So the sculpt mode's really not that hard to use. I've sort of seen a whole lot of comments about people saying that, oh, how the hell do you use sculpt mode and all that kind of stuff, and it's all down to practice once you know how to open it and all that kind of stuff. So that's my lake. It's not really that deep. Then we can add a stream maybe if we wanted to, just sort of bring the size down and take the strength up a bit. Add a nice little stream coming in from this side. But yeah, so yeah, the best way to make things look realistic is to have images of something and plan it out beforehand. Because stuff like this, you're not really going to get a good looking river if you've never seen one before. So you sort of just get some nice images off Google or something, and that'll serve you well. Some other good tools in sculpting is you can use the grab tool. So say for example I want to just grab a whole nice big mountain and kind of move it up, I can do that. Just let's grab this area here, move it up, stuff like that. And you can move it sideways as well, but that's probably not a good idea. You can also use pinch, which kind of brings bits together, like say for example how it's sort of going all screwy down here. I could use pinch and pull these vertices together, although I think you probably want to pull them apart or something like that. So yeah, just play around with all that kind of stuff, and the more you use it, the better you get with it. So I think that's about done for my lake and stuff. Then you got to go into F7 top view, and if you have water like I do, then you need to space add mesh plane, and this will be our water. And then you just grab this top thing and drag it down. You can use the actual water fluid surfaces thing, and you can render that, but that just takes forever, and I think at the end of the day, if you have a calm river and all that stuff, I think this looks just fine. It's kind of like flooding. That looks right. That's good enough for me.